Yes, yes, people, peace, one love, peace, one love. Different setting today. How you doing, peeps out there? Yes, yes. Wow, we have some developments. So I was just checking on one of my other sort of streams that I've got running, and I did get a message from Spacey Tracy, so thank you, saying that they were potentially digging up 3 sites, you know, regarding Fred West. Weird one, isn't it, this one? So as everything was going on and everything, do you know what I mean? I'd be doing all my filming and then obviously all this. So there's a couple of articles. I'll read what's there, but by the look of it, they're not going to do anything. But there has been some movement. So it says ITV, Fred West documentary crew urge police to dig up 3 new sites for 20 forgotten victims after £55,000 evacuation under excavation, under the cafe. Nothing was found. So it's all to do with this documentary. So an investigative team backed by ITV are urging police to dig up land at 3 sites in Hereford and Gloucestershire, where they believe 20 other victims, serial killers Fred and Rose West, lay buried. The original investigation into the sick couple confirmed they had murdered at least 12 women and girls between 1967 and 1987, and they were arrested, charged in 1994. But a new 7-month probe led by former DCI Colin Sutton and Sir Trevor McDonald has found evidence suggests that there's up to 20 bodies buried underground. Wow. So they uncovered the potential grave sites using ground-penetrating radar and cadaver dogs trained to smell out human or sniff out human remains. But the investigation team was led on a wild chase before. So it's one of them, isn't it? It's a little bit of the boy who cried wolf a little bit, I think, by the look of it, because obviously the police have gone in and they've dug up the cellar at a huge cost. Well, not a huge cost, but it's still a cost, isn't it? £55,000 isn't to be sniffed at. It's half a house at the end of the day. But I think so. That's obviously gonna be their argument now to not obviously do any more sort of digging, because if they've gone to one place, urged by this team of Trevor McDonald, it's a little bit like it's frustrating because I know that there is bodies out there. Wow. Let's just see what else I can find. There's a few articles. This is today's paper. So the first 2 sites, the investigation team are urging people to excavate a location in Finger Post Fields near Much Marple. We know about that one already because that's where the other 2 were found. It was Finger Post Field. There was 2 fields, wasn't there? Fred buried his own victim, yeah, and McFall in the same field, yes. And then there was Letterbox Field, which was the one next to it, which had Reno Costello in it, yes. So again, he could potentially have more bodies there, which we've always said that. The investigation team announced they discovered new evidence in Finger Post Field after the radar machines discovered what appeared to be indications of yet undisturbed graves, while dogs also led investigators on 2 specific areas of the field where they seemingly caught the scene of the corpses. So, whoa. So speaking on potential discovery of the new graves, Sutton said the handler is of the view that we should excavate the sites as soon as possible, and I am absolutely on board with that. It is really significant find and significant piece of work from the dogs. The indications I saw made were very strong. So, and we know these dogs are really spot on with this sort of thing. They're trained for this. However, here we go. This is the one now. This is where it gets a little bit more interesting. It is the 3rd location, a farm site in Gloucestershire, which appears to be the most significant and could be the location where a dozen more victims of the Wests were laid to rest. The ITV investigators have settled on a farm on the outskirts of Berkeley. Gloucestershire, which they believe could be the site where Fred buried another 12 bodies apart from the ones already discovered by the police. So, are you getting this, people? Right? This is our where we've got to. This is the point of where we've got to now, and they're there. So according to the investigators, they were led to the site by testimonies of multiple sources who were in contact with Wests in the 90s. Janet Leach, a social worker who occupied the position of Fred's appropriate adult during police questioning in original investigation, said the killer had told her there were many more bodies buried at the farm, claiming there were all young women and girls from Herefordshire. Fred told me there were another 20 bodies to be found after the 12, some in fields, the rest in the barn. Fred said some of the victims' bones were missing because it was a ritual thing and they did something with the fingers and there was no way of finding out who they were. Sick. Whoa, this is crazy. Absolutely crazy this is. Well, I mean, I always said there was a lot going on in Berkeley. I think there was numerous sites that Fred sort of used, to be fair. But hopefully this is going to bring out a little bit more. I'm hoping something's going to come of this. One article's saying they're going ahead with it, and another article's contradicting it and saying they're not. So, come on, what is the real news here? Are they doing something? Are they not? Do we have to kick up a stink here? You know, is it the mill or is there another farm building out there? I mean, I've been all around there and, you know, there potentially could be another building, but are they talking about the same building? Is that classed as a farm building? You know, is a mill classed as a farm building? I don't know. Depends, doesn't it? So again, if anyone can find out exactly what location they're talking about in Berkeley, oh my God, it's all coming together here, isn't it? So meanwhile, a pair of West's former employers, Wendy and Derek Thompson, claimed that West had told them he had done something in Berkeley. So Trevor McDonald has urged police to investigate and excavate the site, encouraged by reports of something, I can't even read that word, something sources. There is still much more to the murderous campaign of Fred and Rose West. I think the option of not investigating these fields seems very strange. Surely if there is any suspicion of evidence that there might be bodies, it follows as night follows day. That must be an attempt to discover what happened. It just looks like the police don't want to spend any money by the look out of it. There is a lot, there's just too much here, peeps. There is too much here. That's just going on about the dig. By all means, have a look at the local news today. Not the local news, just look at the news. It's on 3 different papers. Okay, so yeah, that's just saying about the original dig. So, and that's going to be the police's argument now, is, oh, we've done that. People have told us that, you know, they were there and we've listened to everyone, we've gone and done that, and do you know what I mean? Okay, let's just see if I can find something else. Let's just come out of that. Independent is pretty much saying the same. Up to 20 bodies. Suggestion. Ruled out. Says these are saying police have reportedly ruled out. Shut up. Quiet adverts now. God, it annoys me, that does. Trying to do a video here, people. Police have reportedly ruled out suggestions to dig up land where as many 20. So the one paper is saying yes, and the other paper is saying no. Yeah, there's not really a lot on that, to be fair. Let's just come out of that. So so far we've got 2 conflicting stories, right? But it is still good news because they're still stories, which means something's happening, you know, people are talking about it, the pressure will build, and with all the little sort of docs I've made and the little vids I've made, hopefully it will sort of shed some light on it. People are obviously going to start searching for this type of material, so hopefully, what else have we got here? Just a mirror now. So one day ago, fields were 20 bodies, so they're talking about the fields in Markle again. I'm going to go up to Markle. I'll probably go up to Markle. I'm not going to say when. I will go in the next couple of days. Also, just to keep myself safe. Independent. Let's have a look at it, mate. Let's have a look. Oh, excuse me, people. Pardon me. So again, that's just saying the same, basically, that it's Trevor McDonald. And yeah, I mean, obviously this documentary that Trevor McDonald's done is obviously shed quite a bit of light on it, and I think that's all it needs. It just needs a little bit of light putting on it. If money's the problem, then I'm sure that people will, you know, be able to put some form of, you know, petition or fundraiser or something, or do something to raise the money. How much money do you need, Gloucester Police? What money do you need for this dig? Yeah? I'm sure there are ways and means to be able to raise the money, okay? So let's not say it's a financial thing, because if it is a financial thing, you need to make clear that it's a financial thing, and then we can try and do something about it, can't we? I'm sure there's many people out there who'd be happy just to put a couple of quid on the table, you know, to get this matter resolved. I'm sure there's thousands, millions of people out there who'd be quite happy to put down a quid or two. Yeah? And let's be honest, that's all it would take, isn't it, really? Very, very, very small donations. So, again, if that's the problem, we need to know that's the problem so we can sort of, you know, get that sorted. But the police really need to be doing something now, because it's everywhere now. It's not just little people like little YouTubers like me, under 1,000 subscribers, under 500 subscribers actually. Do you know what I mean? But it's not just people like me. There's big people out there now. Like Trevor McDonald's been on this for a long time, isn't he? Really? I thought they were shelving this documentary, and now it's all coming up again. So it's all a bit strange, isn't it? But I always said something went on in Berkeley. I always felt, just in Berkeley in general, I've been up there loads. I've gone all around it, and there's probably still areas I haven't been, to be fair, because it is very, very much in the country. Do you know what I mean? You go through Little Berkeley, it's a little town. You could blip past it and just literally, you could miss it very quickly. It's one of those little towns, do you know what I mean? You just go straight through it and you're back in the country again. So it's very, very remote. It's got a lot of opportunities for somebody like Fred who would want to disappear and want to be very, very sort of, do you know what I mean? Hidden and stuff like that. Be able to sort of, you know, blend into areas and stuff. He would be able to blend into that type of area very, very, very easily, just because of the type of location that it is. So I do believe there's a lot going on in Berkeley. I do believe that the mill is the correct area. I believe everything is pointing to that area, but that's not saying that he didn't sort of bury many others in fields and other areas where we've been. You've seen some of the videos I've done. I've pointed out at least 2-3 potential sites where Fred could have put victims. Alright, so again, it's just, it may not just be down to the one area. He might have gone on a bit of a spree in Berkeley, and there might be 2 or 3 sites, yeah, that we're actually looking at. So again, I don't know. Until people start investigating, we're never going to know, are we? It's always going to be just, you know, thoughts and, you know, people getting their heads together, and one person's got one opinion, another person's got another opinion, and that's the thing, everyone has got different opinions on this. It is amazing how different everyone's view is on what's happened, and, you know, different things, different aspects of the whole Fred and Rose, and, you know, the murders in general, really. it's one of those which is wow far out there, really, to be fair. And you're never really going to know until the rest of these victims are found, really, to be fair. And then you're still never going to know everything, are you? It's just, it's just so many depths to it. It's unbelievable. But I do hope, and I do pray that something comes of this. Certainly if it doesn't now, I mean, obviously I'm going to carry on doing what I'm doing, but certainly when this documentary actually hits, I think that will probably be the point where it'll blow up then. Because people's interest in this case is huge. People are still very interested in this case. It's got to be the biggest. And I mean, again, if what they're saying is correct and there is 20 more bodies, I think there's more, by the way, okay? But if what they're saying is correct, then surely it's got to go down as, one of the biggest serial killers ever. It's got to be pretty big, isn't it? It's got to be up there, really. It's drained me the past couple of days doing what I've been doing. I've been absolutely knackered with it all. Going up there yesterday, I could definitely feel that something had gone on up there, do you know what I mean? And the things that we were getting through the ghost box was, pretty crazy. There was a lot of screams and stuff like that. It's not saying that there isn't some other history that's gone down at that mill, because it is old, obviously, so the ghost box could have been picking up anything, but it just seemed really strange. As I was asking for Mary, I was getting a scream. So that I really felt a connection at that site. I really felt a connection that something had gone down there, and there was just some form of impression there. And again, there was something trying to stop me from going. It was trying to stop me from leaving the site in Berkeley. Again, if you've not seen any of the Berkeley videos, please go and have a look at there. It's loads, all the way from me walking around the power station, around the back, all along the river, and then from the Sharpness way, I'm walking all that way there as well. And then obviously where I broke down originally on my original videos, I was just round the corner from the mill, and I never knew it. And just round the corner from the mill is a close called Butler Close. So it goes Butler Close, where I broke down the mill. Very strange. It's like it's pulled me to that mill. If they're not talking about the mill, people out there, please drop in the comments what location they're talking about. And if you can find out where the location is, give me some sort of idea, postcode, anything like that would be really handy. Then I can go out and check it out. But I have got a feeling that they are talking about the mill. So what's your thoughts, peeps? What's your thoughts? Are they talking about the mill? Or do you think that they are talking about another site in Berkeley that I've maybe just not seen yet, or might have walked past? So I've been pretty good. I've tried to sort of get on all of them. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those. But listen, peace and love. I do think something's going to come out of this now. I really do. I think it's only a matter of time. But keep watching the videos, keep liking, subscribing, share the content about. We need to get some more subscribers on this channel, because again, with under 500, I can't make an impact. I can try and bring it onto my other channel, Justin's World, but as you guys know out there, it's a smoking channel, it's a chill out channel, and the type of people that go on there, I don't think they appreciate a lot of this type of content. I've had a few sort of comments from people like, it's a bit dark, etc. So I have to be careful not to sort of bring too much of this on to that channel, because it's a completely different audience. So although I have got more subscribers on there, I don't think I would get the impact that I want to. What I need to do is build this channel up massively, and then basically go from there. And if I could build this channel up, more people will watch it, and then obviously, you never know what will happen from here. The news are there now. I just need a few more news crews to go down there and do what I've been doing, and all of a sudden, the police are in a corner where they have to be forced to do something. Or on the other hand, it gets so much momentum, people do start some form of petition to get some money together, and then we present the money to the police and go, here, you corrupt lot, go and do your jobs now. Do you know what I'm saying? Go and do your jobs. Okay, peace and love, people. Thanks for watching. As much comments in this one as we can, because this is just like, this is a turning point now, and I'm really pleased. So peace and love, people. Have a good day. Namaste.